Hello, 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 hello. Yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo. Hi. Hi, Kato. How are you? How are you? How are you? Is it me or is the music really loud? By the way, the music looks loud on my mixer, but I can't really tell. Hi, you're good? I'm doing great. It's Pokemon Day. I'm having a good day so far. And I found a new playlist. The person that makes the playlists that I use on stream uploaded a new one yesterday. And to be honest, I kind of like this vibe way better. I like the hype music better than the chill music. But I feel like it's loud, and I can't prove that it's loud, but I think it might be a little loud. Like, should I turn it down at all? It's a tad loud today. Okay, I thought so. I will change it like that. Does that make it better? Yeah. I figured it would be loud because it's like a different playlist. That made it better? Okay. I could also see if I can... There we go. That might be better. Boop. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. I can now hear your dulcet, dulcet, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Oh. One second.
Dulcet.
Dulcet. Anyway, though, I want to talk about the Pokemon presents today. We're gonna be doing something mildly mundane today, and that is we're going to be doing some wiki making today, which is, you know, a decent background task to be doing. But like, we got news today, and I'm excited. I'm excited to like discuss it with people, you know, because I've been sat up here like chilling, like nobody to talk to all morning. I want to talk about the new stuff while I make I can't talk today. Hold on. I'm doing this all wrong already. There we go. Okay. Whoop. Number 010. Mascoon. By the way, what does dulcet mean? I know I just pulled up the definition, but like I didn't read what it meant. What does it mean? Like, I've heard the word before and I know the word, but what it would, like, you know? I'm assuming it's something awesome. Whoop. I was gonna do something. I forget what. Oh, right. Boop. I need to see what the classification is for Mascoon. Because I can never remember these things, because I make them just like The tiny raccoon. Wow, who would have thought? Boop. He is not 5'7". I'm sorry. This needs to be 0.5. There we go. Excuse me. Boop. Alright. But yeah. Kato, what is your opinion? I'm assuming you've seen the Pokemon Presents. What's your opinion on the new stuff that they announced? Because I have some thoughts. And I already posted on Twitter. Well, I reposted something I found on Twitter that I thought was funny about it. Its capture rate is not 190. What am I on? Boop, boop. I need to go here, here, here. Whoop. You can bring that. Ta-da! Boop. Boop. Okay. Oh, wow, he's way bigger than everything else. Okay, we need to fix that. 2.7. Dude, the Ultra Sun and Moon Champion theme is so much better than the regular one. Okay. Boop, boop. Boop. We can make this thing like 1'6". And like 16 pounds. Nah, this thing is not 1'6". This thing's like 1'4". This thing's tiny. I guess I can just do this here? Maybe? Yes, okay. Uh, 1'4" is 40 centimeters. Does that sound right? 40.6. 40. Wait, no, it's in meters. I'm dumb. I'm like, that seems like a lot to meters. 0.4 meters. Boop. And then I need 16 pounds, 2 kilograms. 7.3. There we go. Okay. And then we're gonna have to change all this. Okay. Fast. I don't know what EVs this thing gives you. Can I be real? I don't know. 20 egg cycles. That seems like a lot. That might not be right. Let's see here. Gives you one attack. One attack. Hey, how many speed points does Rattata give you? Rattata. Rattata's not in Scarvia. Rattata. How many egg cycles does this guy have? That's not helpful. Okay, cool. Okay, there's egg steps. Where's egg cycles? But surely it's less than the starters, right? 19, 20, 38, 40? Yeah. I don't know to what ratio, but you know, there is a difference. Because if you go here, there's egg cycles, right? Where is that? Does anybody see egg cycles? There's egg groups. Oh, here it is. Base egg steps. 20 cycles. Hello, chat. Hi, Crimson. How are you? Welcome in. Did you miss me? Everybody missed you, Crimson. You're doing good. That's good to hear. I'm trying to figure out how many egg cycles is egg cycles. We'll go to Centred instead. How am I? I'm doing great. Happy Pokemon Day, by the way. Yeah, 15 cycles. Okay, so yeah, this is wrong. I need to make Mascoon's egg cycles 15. 15. Oops. The present wasn't that interesting. The Gen 10 stuff made me more nervous. But the starters! Did you see the starters? They're goofy, The starters are so goofy. I love them. Excuse me. And possibly underwater stuff. Yeah, we're getting dive back. That's actually so sick, right? Boop. Then we come down here. We put this here. Whoop. We make it small. And then we need to find a Pokemon that evolves at level 20 and is male. What's a Pokemon that does that? That is worrying considering they couldn't get ZA to look good, yet the graphical upgrade is insane. I'm not too worried about the graphics. I care if the game's fun. Like, I'm not even kidding. I saw a clip that was somebody was like, they had the video that for the teaser paused, and like they were looking at some shadow in the background, and they're like, people are gonna complain about this shadow, and what you should do is not listen to them, because that doesn't matter. What matters is if the game is enjoyable. And I'm like, that's so real. But anyway, on to the important question. Which is, which starter are you picking? Because I'm kind of torn, not gonna lie. This 3D model and animation, producing graphics are important. As long as it's not like a glitchy mess like Scarvio was, I think it'll be fine. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not ever planning to get a Switch 2, so I'm not gonna be able to play it. The Switch 2, while it is steep pricing, I think it's so worth getting. Like, it runs the game so much better than on Switch 1. It's like not even funny. Um. What Pokemon require? As long as our TOS says we don't own the device or the games, I won't be getting one. Fair enough. Chat, what's a Pokemon that evolves different depending on the gender? Like, hold on, wait, I can use, Lechonk probably, right? Nope, okay. Maybe Meowstick? Boop. No. It's a matter of principle. I guess. Let's see, what other Pokemon evolve based on gender? Salazzle? Wrong level, but close. Closer. Curlia. That's also close, but not what we're looking for. We need like, I don't know. What's a Pokemon that only evolves if it's a guy? Besides Gallade. Excuse me. Maybe Nidoran? Do you think Nidoran would, So I like the fire and water starters. I like all the starters. I like how they gave it more of a style of, like, Gen 2. Like, I was iffy on it at first. I originally looked at them and I'm like, I don't like them. But then as I looked at them, they kind of grew on me. I think Brout is goofy. I do like Brout. I also think the fire one is the one that they want people to pick because they're gonna turn it into a furry. There's no Nidoking in Gen 9. Cool. Nidoran. The water one's your pick. That's fair, honestly. When the game gets emulated. Okay, dude. I'm torn. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to pick the dog. Because the dog, like, as much as I like its design, I know everybody's gonna pick the dog, and I want to, like, have a little bit of originality. If Pokemon wants me to get the game officially, let's just stop being greedy. Yeah. In the meantime, though, you can play Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green for $20. Digital download on the Switch 1. Or you could emulate it. Actually, no, I didn't say that. I'm not supposed to say that. Okay, forget I said that. Or you can get official versions from way back. True. Chat, I said what Crimson said in chat. Don't think like I said anything different. You had nothing to do with these digital versions. But you can transfer them to Pokemon Home. The only reason it's an exact copy and paste is because if they change the code, they'd have to re-rate the game in ESRB because it has gambling. And they don't want that, so as long as they didn't change the code, it would have, they can still keep it E for everyone and have gambling. So that's why they didn't change anything. And to my knowledge, I don't think it requires NSO, does it? Like, all you need is eShop access, which might be NSO, but I don't know. Can I be real, chat? I'm running out of Pokemon that evolve based on gender. I can't think of any other ones. Combi. Where's Combi? Is Combi not in Sword and Shield? Yes, it is. Here it is. Ah, it's level 21. Okay. What we might have to do is we might have to just, like, edit the, we might have to just edit the icon to be 20 and not 21. Don't know how I'm gonna do that. There's, by the way, you can trade from Fire Red to Emerald and then permanently transfer from Emerald to Platinum. And then go from Platinum to, and then go from Platinum to Poké Transfer. No, to Black and White, and then Poké Transfer to Poké Bank. And then you go from Poké Bank to Pokemon Home. But you'd better already have Pokemon Bank installed, because if you don't, you're not able to download it anymore, because, you know, they had the foresight for that. What is this? Kieran's battle theme? Third party go brrrr. I think this is Kieran's theme. I love Kieran. Can I be real? I think he's so cool. Yeah. Wowzers. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna open up Photoshop. Not on stream though. And I'm just gonna edit this. I'm gonna make it what we need it to be. So you're just gonna be looking at Combi for a moment, but it's okay. Because know that I am making progress. Just throwing this, I'm literally just throwing this into Photoshop, it's funny. Boop. New file. Hello? Ah! New file, there we go. Just make it the clipboard size. Boop! Okay, and then what I do is I come here and I find a thing that says level 20. For example, Rattata. I take this and then I go into Photoshop and I make a new layer and I say, okay. Rubs hands together evilly. Transparent background, please. There we go. Okay. Let's export this as a PNG. Level 20 female. Save. And then I just need like a Galate or something. Wait, did the song just like transfer into like Kieran's final battle? That's sick. I haven't listened to this playlist yet, by the way. Where's my Galade? Gallade? Hello? Frost Gallade. Okay. Why is it on that side? Okay, not Gallade. What other Pokemon can only evolve if they're male? I can't think of any. Wait, what am I doing? I can just... I might be stupid, chat. I can just take this, and I can put it in Photoshop, and I can just say, boom. And then, newsflash, I just move the icon. Boop. Again, I apologize that you can't see what I'm doing, but that's because, Photoshop evil. There we go. Okay. Boop. Okay. I will minimize Photoshop now. Okay. Check this out, chat. Who needs to reference Cerebi when you have editing skills? Point 52. Point 52. Okay. I don't need your that's 53. Wow. I messed it up at the very end. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Now what I need to do is I need to somehow format this. And for that I need... Chat, I want to talk more about, winds and waves. First of all, can I be honest? I didn't think it was actually going to be called Winds and Waves. I thought somebody on the internet just, like, made that up, and then people kind of just went with it. Like, I didn't realize that was, like, a real leak. I thought it was fake. And then when it actually appeared on screen, I'm like, huh. How curious. Because I was just not prepared for that at all. I need Mascoon to go in between these two. How's that gonna work? Can I like crop it weirdly? Yes, I can. Okay. Don't know how that helps me, by the way. Wait, yes I do. Check this out. Whoop. Whoop. We're getting somewhere. Question is, how do I now do that, but again? Okay. 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 How do I, how do... God, I love formatting so much. I could do this. Nope. Aha! Oh? This almost works. There we go. Check that out. Okay, I figured it out. I figured it out. I figured it out. Just like mess with the weird, messed up like thing that is Google Doc cropping. Because for some reason it just lets you do this. Okay. Boop. Die! That, like, kind of works, right? Excuse me. I feel like that's centered. I feel like that works. Maybe I could do it something like this as well. No, that's not gonna work. I need to do that. Is that lined up? I can't even tell. Can I be real? I don't know if that's lined up. We're just gonna pretend like it is. Can I also do this? Yes. Okay, that looks good enough, I think. Excuse me. I'm gonna need to pull up the spawn pool world for this thing, because I don't actually know what it is. Boop, 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 boop. I get this song stuck in my head so much, like so often. It's just a good song. Mascoon. I'm assuming it's is forest, right? Hashtag Minecraft is forest. Okay. Hashtag Minecraft is is forest. Excuse me. I also need to pull up the lang files, which I always forget to do. Lang. Mascoon. Boop. Okay. Next up, what we do is we make this thing suck. Okay. First of all, we need to take, where is it? Leer and Scratch at level 1. We can get rid of this row. And then disarming voice. And then level 10. Level 13. Level 15. Level 18. I don't know if that was 18 already. Level 23. 27. 30. And then 37. Boop. And then we delete this row. Boop. And this row. Boop. Okay. Also, can we talk about how they use this song one time in the main story of Ores, and then it's like super hype, and then you beat Wally? What the heck? It changed. It didn't even last long enough for me to finish my story, which I guess is fitting. Oh, it's playing the Masters version. Okay. But like, you're supposed to be able to fight Wally in the post game of Ores, right? Where if you go to like the battle resort and whatnot, but I never like figured out how to do that. Because I could never beat the battle resort because I sucked. I couldn't do it in X and Y either, for the record. I didn't like become worse at the game. It's just really difficult. Captivate and wait. Am I stupid? Oh, I missed takedown. Takedown. Secret power. Why did I give this thing secret power? What am I on? Captivate. Hyper voice. Okay. Most of these are gonna be normal moves. Boop. 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 And then a couple of fairies in there. Those being what? What am I? Okay, I'm like. My brain is short-circuiting right now. Can I be honest? All right, and then we can bold scratch. We can unbold this. That's fine. Bold takedown. Bold hyper voice. Again. Scratch. This is that. Boop. Echoed voice is base power 40. I'm gonna need to look up. Hello. Can I? There we go. Echoed voice is base power 40. Hyper voice is like 90, I think, or maybe 70, 90. I don't know. I should zoom in so that my cursor stops doing the funny thing. Takedown is 90. Secret power, I don't know anything about. Can I be real? I don't even know what secret power, like what does that do? Excuse me. Let's go to the attack decks. We'll just do normal moves. Seems easiest. I can steal Leer and Scratch from Tinderus, I think, right? Well, I can still Scratch. I don't think anything gets I don't think anything gets Leer from the starters, because I think Bublam and Furley get Growl. Yeah, okay. What is Leer? 30. Okay. I probably could have surmised that on my own, but you know, it's fine. Boop. Disarming voice, I think, is also 40 power. We'll come back to it though. Odor Sleuth. No accuracy, 40. And then we need Sing. And Secret Power. Secret Power 70 physical. Wow. 70 with 35, I believe it was. No, 20. Where did I get 35 from? Hello? Captivate I can just steal from down here, right? Yeah, everything learns Captivate. Then Hyper Voice. Where's Hyper Voice? Hyper Voice. 90. Yeah, it is 90. Okay. 10. 100. Does Captivate not have accuracy? Or am I dumb? It does have accuracy. How did I just notice that? Stop! What happened here? Hello? Why is this not centered? What? I don't get it. Oh, I see. Never mind. Boop. There we go. Boop. Okay. We're gonna ignore that I did that. This is bothering me now. Wait, they're all misaligned. Gosh dang it. No, it was just those two. Okay, cool. Captivate 100. Captivate 100. I now need to take this and put it on every single other Pokemon because they all learn Captivate. Yippee! Captivate. Boop. Captivate. Here. And here. And here. And then here. And here. Okay. Excuse me. Alright. Dude, this song rules. Clear scratch time. Okay. I guess we could look at what Charm is. But I'm pretty sure I got it. 20. Okay, I'm glad I looked at it. Disarming Voice is 40-15. Oh yeah, and it never misses. Boop. Okay. And then Sing has like 55 accuracy, I think. Which actually, I just gave it Sing today, which is funny. Excuse me. Takedown probably has like 20. Yep. 90 and then 85 accuracy. Right? Where did takedown go? I'm blind. It's right here. Yeah, 85 accuracy. Dude, this playlist, like, turns the songs into medleys, and it's kind of awesome. It's kind of... I'm kind of obsessed. And then Hyper Voice. Yeah, that's Andre. Okay, cool. Nice. Next up, we get to do all of the TMs. This is everybody's favorite part. Excuse me. I just like croaked when I said excuse me. Did you hear that? That was awful. Ugh. I went, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. I forgot. Right, we're gonna look at moves now. Boop. Alright, what moves should this normal type raccoon learn? I feel like it should be able to learn a lot of coverage, considering it's not that strong. Speaking of not that strong, its BST goes 45, 50, 45, 50, 45, 50. I just know that. That's just what it is. I don't know what its total is. What's its total? Mascoon, 285. Not bad. Actually, what am I talking about? That's terrible, but you know, it works. Alright. What is the song? It's dinky, but I like it. It's like one of Mirror B's themes. Okay, time to decide what moves we want to teach this raccoon. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-boop-a-doo. I think Aerial Ace would be pretty reasonable. Actually, I changed my mind. I don't think it's reasonable. I changed my mind right now. Acrobatics, I also feel like, isn't very fitting. Assurance? Is this a TM? Nope. What about Astonish? No, I think Astonish is definitely gonna go to Imini. I think Imini's gonna learn Astonish, like, instead of, like, an actual good move. Axe Kick, Barrage, Beak Blast, Beat Up. Is Beat Up a TM? Nope. Blaze Kick, Bloom Doom, Body Press, Body Slam. I think Body Slam would be pretty reasonable. Right? Yeah, by Technical Machine, everything gets Body Slam. Everything. Well, most things. Yeah, I would say Body Slam works. My caps lock is on. When did that happen? Excuse me. I think I need to take a cough drop, which is weird, because I didn't have to last stream. Bolt Beak, Bolt Strike. Hi, Greed and Coke. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. We are currently in the midst of deciding which TMs this Pokemon can learn that I made. If you're curious. And I'm just kind of going through the list, and I'm open to suggestions. Hey, you're good, you're good. That's good to hear. I'm doing well myself. Happy Pokemon Day, by the way. I'm curious what you enjoy most about Pokemons. That's a good question. I think I enjoy... I think the thing I enjoy most about Pokemon games is attempting to build, like, a really good competitive team with, like, no knowledge of competitive, and then failing miserably. But it's still fun, because now I have some really strong Pokemon that just flatten anything in the base game. And I also like shiny hunting. I like shiny hunting. I used to shiny hunt like so much, and I do it less so now. But I still dabble a little bit. Can that be called min-maxing? I don't know. I just ripped my cough drop wrapper. That's what you heard just now. And shiny hunting. Okay, okay. Yeah. I also just like, I don't know. Solid picks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What about you? What about you? I want to hear your take on this. While I go through these. Body press. I don't think body press is gonna work. Bulldoze? No, okay. Kinda casual story. It was all getting the legendaries for you and kinda casual story. That's fair, honestly. Back when Ultra Sun and Moon was like the main thing, I would do nothing but like go into Ultra Space and just shiny hunt the legendaries, and I got a few of them. I didn't get all of them, but I got a few of them. True noob gameplay, no goal. I think that's fine. I think everybody's got their own way of enjoying Pokemon games. And I am not one to bat on, like, how each person enjoys the games, you know? But me personally, I like just like collecting a bunch of strong stuff. And then shiny hunting, and then making the shiny Pokemon really strong, and then going into ranked, and then getting my butt beat. Kinda crazy how many ways you can play the game. Yeah. Speaking of which, actually, did you watch the Pokemon Presents / go on social media at all within the past 18 hours? Actually, make that 12 hours. I take that back. Make it 12 hours. Because I'm super hyped about the new stuff they showed off. You heard things but haven't checked? Oh, okay. All you need to do is just check what I reposted on Twitter, and then you'll get the point. I'm kidding, by the way. You don't have to do that. Hold on, I could probably pull it up right now, actually. Hold on. I wonder if this will play. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Hi Rowlet from Pokemon Sun and
It's gonna
Moon.
be so loud.
Hype Route from Pokemon Winds and Waves.
That's basically the gist of it. I saw that video, I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. I wonder if anybody is like lurking on stream and they just saw that. They just like heard that while they're like trying to sleep. I'm sorry if that was you. They announced new sounds finally? No. They're just both birds. Because even Zia has the old 8-bit sounds. I like those though. Anyway, back to this though. When I first saw the new starters, I thought that they were kinda, I didn't like them very much, but like when I go back and I look at them now, I'm like, they've kind of grown on me since I woke up 7 hours ago. You know what I mean? Also, W. Toby Fox song, I think. Your eyes gotta adjust. Yeah. Still don't like the dog, though. I think the dog is goofy look. I think the dog is specifically designed so that people pick it and then ignore the other two. And they're gonna make the dog into, like, furry bait. Which isn't a bad thing, but, you know. It's gonna make the people like me regret not picking it. I'm kidding. Like, literally, everybody made the same joke. I did too, where it's like, yeah, this dog is gonna evolve and it's gonna turn into Buff Pup. And I'm like, yeah. They're not wrong. It probably will. Sorry, I'm like trying to focus on this and talk at the same time, and I can't focus on multiple things at once. Hey, is Crunch a TM? Yeah, Crunch is a TM. We can add it. Boop. Okay. Crush Claw is not a TM. Crush Grip. Sure, it can learn Cut. Why not? Cut. I'm gonna make this an HM. Why not? It's not gonna learn Darkest Lariat, I'm sorry. It can learn Dig, though. Absolutely, it can learn Dig. Are you kidding me? Everything can learn Dig. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Okay, maybe not Raticate. I might take back Dig. Raticate gets very surprisingly little coverage. Don't worry, I'm gonna get back to 3D modeling. Ooh, do you do 3D modeling too? That's sick. What kind of 3D modeling? Nah, this thing gets Dig. I don't care. Everything gets Dig. That's the running joke. I will give every Pokemon in my region Dig. Except for Larform. Double Kick? Is this a TM? Nope. Where you make models 3D. I guess so. That is a valid answer to what I asked. But like, do you do like Blender modeling, or do you do like some other software like I do? Because I use Blockbench because I make Cobblemon add-on. Blender, fair enough. I have no idea how to use Blender, can I be real? I work with voxels. GIMP and Unreal Engine. Gotcha. This stream kind of has been like a place where people come in and then they just kind of do their own little pet projects while they like have me in the background, and I think that's a cool dynamic, you know? Like, I've been thinking about, like, if I ever get, like, a substantial enough viewer base, big if, by the way, then we could do just, like, study streams where we all just, like, work on our own projects together, and it's less chat focused and more just, like, nose to the grindstone type stream. I think that could be cool. And then maybe we could do some chat. I don't know. Because I like interacting with chat. It's like the best part about streaming, you know? Dig, dire clot, dive, double kick, double shock, double slap, double edge. Double edge, is this a TM? I don't think it is, but oh, it is. Okay. Double edge. You get some fun people in chat for sure. Because I know a lot of people that tune into this stream have like their own stuff that they also work on, which is super cool, and I love hearing about it. Dragon Ascent. Yeah, we should give this raccoon Dragon Ascent. That's a good idea. Drain Punch, Drill Pick, Drill Run, Dual Chop, Dual Wing Beef, Earthquake. I don't think this thing gets Earthquake, sadly. Yeah, no. I'm not teaching this thing Earthquake. Egg Bomb, Endeavor? Maybe? There's only one Gen 1 Pokemon that gets Endeavor. That's funny. It is a TM. Looking at the list of Mons, though. I'm torn. Sure, why not? I always err to the side of, yeah, we should give this Pokemon that move. If I'm, like, on the fence. Explosion, I don't think you should get Explosion. Facade, I think, is already in there. Right? Yeah, Facade's already here, because, like, everything gets Facade. Like, everything gets Facade. Yeah, that's, like, almost every Pokemon in the game. Fake Out. False Surrender. I'm not giving this thing Fake Out. False Swipe? Why does why does Charmander and Charmeleon get False Swipe but not Charizard? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Not a whole lot can learn False Swipe. I think you need, like, an actual claw if you want to be able to False Swipe, which Mascoon does not have actual claws. So yeah, no. Or like some sort of slicing limbs. Faint. Is this a TM? No. Faint attack is not even an attack in that game. Fire Fang? No. I don't think this guy should get... Well, actually... He might be able to get the elemental crunches. Fire Fang, Thunder Fang, Ice Fang. I'll allow it. I'll just add them all right here. Like that. Fire Punch, First Impression, Fisher, ah yes. Level Up, Move Reminder, Flail is not a TM. Fling, perhaps? I can see this thing learning Fling. absolutely. Flip turn, floaty fall, flower trick, fly. Yeah, fly, of course. Foul play seems... No, I don't like foul play. Frustration's already there. Fury swipes is not a TM. Correct. I don't want to give anything Fury swipes. It just sucks. It's not like even viable as a move. It just sucks. Giga Impact is learned by a very specific set of mons. And by that, I mean it's learned by most fully evolved Pokemon. I'd have to like go back a couple of gens to see. Yeah, it's learned by like basically everything. But not wait, no, Clefable. Durr. I can't read. I guess everything can just kind of learn Giga Impact. It's another one of those moves, but you gotta be fully evolved, so I'm gonna put it there, and then I'm gonna delete it once I make this guy's evolutions. By the way, why did they put the PWT motif in Bede's theme? What do they mean by that? Is he like from Unova? Specifically Driftvale City? Gigaton Hammer, Gigavolt Havoc. I guess Hyper Beam would kind of work. It depends though, because I feel like less things can learn Hyper Beam than they learn Giga Impact. Hammer, Arm, Hard Press, Head Charge, Headbutt. Headbutt? Is this a TM? Nope. Headlong Rush, Heart Stamp, Heat Crash, Heavy Slam, High Horsepower. Maybe High Horsepower? I don't think so, though. Yeah, no. Hold back, of course. They don't have a horn, so no horn attack. No Hyper Drill. Hyper Fang, maybe? It's not even in the game. Okay. Ice Fang, we already got that. Iron Head, perhaps. No. Jump Kick, Karate Chop, Knockoff. Knockoff would be interesting. I say yes to Knockoff. Except we skipped over Hyper Beam because I'm dumb. Hyper Beam. Hello? Oh no, this is physical attacks. I'm just an idiot. Okay, cool. We can do Knockoff. Kowtow Cleave. Lash Out. Lash Out is only a TM. I don't think this thing gets Lash Out. Sorry. Last Resort, though, isn't a TM, so that's cool. Yeah. Music. We love it. I'm not even gonna lie. This playlist, like, got uploaded to YouTube, like, yesterday. So... and I found it, and it's by the same person that does all the other playlists that I use. And I'm like, this playlist is so much cooler, though. Hi, Nestra. How are you? And yes, you are fun. You don't even need the check mark to prove it. How are you doing? Happy Pokemon Day. Low kick, low sweep. I think these would be nice. Dang it, I just drank a sip of water. Here we go. Hi, Yuna. I saw you redeem that. Don't think I didn't. More water. Hi! Happy Pokemon Day. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? I'm just thinking about things. Also, I made a shader which can only be described as Shattered Dimension Symbiote Spider-Man. And you love it because you put it on Ultron. Oh. Interesting. I'm trying to think of, Symbiote Spider-Man. I can't think of what he looks like in my head. You're good? How about you? Oh, that's good to hear. I'm doing great. I watched Pokemon Presents when I woke up this morning, and I was originally unimpressed, but then I browsed Twitter for about 10 minutes, and I'm like, okay, never mind, this is cool. You know? Spider-Man but Venom, and instead of black, he is like purple here. Ooh, wait, that's actually super cool. I can picture it in my head now. Thank you for the visual, the description. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, we're doing wikiing for Mascoon, but we're also talking about Pokemon Day stuff because I feel like it's yeah, 30 year anniversary, and they announced the new starters, and it's amazing, and I love it. You know? It's your favorite kind of shading. It's something they used to have in cartoons, games. But now it's not as uncanny in card games. Angry Bird starter! Oh, hold on. I did this earlier in stream, and now I have to do it again because you brought it up. Hold on.
Hi Rowlet from Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Hype Route from Pokemon Winds and Waves.
Alright. Anyway. Beautiful, thank you. I found somebody else posted it, so I reposted it. Excuse me. But yeah. Redeem stretch. Okay. We should have gotten a grass sloth. We don't need no sloth. We got red from Angry Birds, but he's green. It's like if the Angry Bird and the pig combined. Stretch. I've been doing a lot of core workouts recently, and it sometimes is like, it sometimes hurts when I stand all the way straight up, but then other times it doesn't. But it's fine because it's all that matters is I'm consistent with it, you know? I hope the bird either stays grass flying or becomes something just like different enough from Decadui, because if they make him like just another humanoid bird thing, he's just gonna get overshadowed by Decadui, because Decadui is just cool, you know? So I hope that they do something cool with it. Like I want him to grow like a beard. I want the bird to grow a beard. That's what I want to happen. I want him to become a psychic type, and I want him to have a beard. And then everybody knows the Pomeranian is gonna turn into Buff Pup and become like the fire fairy type that everybody always wanted. So that's cool. You want the bird to be a beard? Yeah, exactly. And then, I mean, his name literally, he's named after his eyebrows, which is like facial hair, so it's like, it would make sense if he grew a beard, you know? Like, I would imagine his eyebrows sprout into like a full thing. Beard, yes. Or he becomes a bard and plays music, or like he sings music. Grass fighting or flying fighting, calling it now. He just loses the grass type entirely. And then I think the gecko is just like them being like, okay, people weren't happy with what Sobble turned into, even though I really like Sobble's line. I like Inteleon. But they were just like, okay, we messed up there, we're gonna try again, and we're gonna do it right this time. Littlest pet shop gecko, yeah. And I'm honestly torn. I don't know which one to pick. Because I like all of them. And I'm kind of adverse to picking the dog, even though I know it's gonna turn into a furry. Because I know everybody's gonna pick the dog. There's a grass gecko, though. I guess so, yeah, there is Trico. I know who to pick. Low kick. Okay, maybe not low kick. Maybe low sweep? Where's low sweep? Low sweep. Are there any quadruped Pokemon here? If no, then no. If yes, then yes. Okay, I don't see any. So no, we're not gonna teach it low sweep. Yesn't, of course. Chat, I want to hear your takes. What do you guys think the starters are gonna turn into? Like their types, or like what they're gonna look like? A furry, so I bet Koishi will love that. No, if Koishi is in here right now, she'd be all over that dog. Okay, not like that, but like that dog. Absolute. Like, you can't tell me the dog is not going to be like an anthro Pokemon. Like it's absolutely gonna. And people are in denial if they think they're not. It's not gonna. Like, sorry. I used to be one of you, but I don't care anymore, because Meowscarada turned out to actually be cool, so I don't care anymore. I'll take a look real quick. Haven't seen the starters yet. They're so goofy looking. Let's see. I gave this guy knockoff already. I'm looking at the same moves again. Mach Punch, no. He doesn't have hands. Mega Horn, no, he doesn't have a horn. Mega Kick, I don't know. I love the dog. See, exactly. Everybody's gonna pick the dog. That's what I'm saying. Angry Bird memes are gonna boom. I have seen so many, like, comparisons to Red from Angry Birds. Screw the dog. You can't have it, it's mine only. Because I was originally going to go with the water one, because I'm like, whoa. When I first saw them, I'm like, wow, the grass and the fire starters look boring, and the water one's, like, interesting. But then I'm like, wait, it's kind of giving classic Pokemon, which I like. Like, I like how they didn't over-design them. I like how they're very simple, and very, like, you get what's on the cover, you know? Of course, that'll probably change when they evolve, because it always does, but you know. He was getting defensive over this Pomeranian. His starters are nice. Yeah, they took a step back after they did, like, after they did the Gen 8 starters, they started, like, taking a step back, because the Gen 9 starters, I guess Fuecoco's kind of still, like a very detailed design, but like Quaxley and Sprigatito are pretty simple, all things considered. And then like the bird we just got today is like if Rowlet was designed in like 2004, you know? None of them are working on your screen. Why? You know, I don't see why they would be. Sprigatito is just the best Gen 9 starter. Like, I picked Quaxley on my first playthrough because nobody liked Quaxley, and I'm like, I like Quaxley, he's goofy. But then it evolved, and it became, like, flamboyant, which isn't a bad thing. I still like it. I really like its typing and its, like, moveset, and it was very handy. But I think I do like Meowscarada better in general. Just in terms of, like... Because it's got, let's be honest, I think Quavel has a better typing, but I think Meowscarada has a better design and, like, learn pool. But Quavel does have the better signature move. Because Aqua Step is just, like, really powerful for no reason. You know what I mean? Name me a cat that doesn't have a bipedal Evo. Alright. Delcatty. Purugly. Persian. Let's see here. Lipard. Just to name a few. Should I keep going? Should I keep going? Yes. Alright, let's see here. Actually, are there any more? Okay, Meowstic kind of counts because it started out bipedal. Did you see the fan art? They all go bipedal. I have not seen fan art of, like, evolutions, but I have seen fan art. Dude, the fan art came out so fast. It was crazy. I scrolled on Twitter, and they were already making, like people are already making their OCs surrounded by the new starters. And it was like, what? I should do that. And then I didn't. Are there any cats in Gen 7? I can't remember. Also, I'm going to give Mascood Metal Claw because his evolutions are based on music, so they would have heavy Metal Claw, you know? I just... Plus, they do have claws. They're not very pronounced, but they do have claws. That's cool, right? No other reason. I also just want to give them coverage because they're like normal types. And that's kind of what normal types are for, is just having every type of move available. And having them be, like, really weak as well. Like, I think I'm definitely gonna give these guys, like Thunderbolt and whatnot. Maybe a fire move or two, I don't know. I feel like most, like normal types, like Jigglypuff and, like, Clefable and whatnot, back when they were normal types at least, they were able to learn Thunderbolt and stuff. And, like, Ice Beam. Clefable probably still can learn Ice-type moves. Maybe give him Ice moves? Yeah. Because I gave him the elemental biting moves. Like Fire Fang, Ice Fang, that stuff. I don't think I've ever heard this song before, by the way. Muzzle, order up, outrage, payday, payback, payback. Is this a TM? Nope. Heck, Petal Blizzard. Pin Missile, no. Play Rough. This is one that I'm teaching. The song is so familiar, but I can't put my finger on what it is. Does anybody know what this song is? It feels like something from Scarvio. Like, is this like Gita's theme? Or is this like Ogrepon's theme? I don't actually know. Hold on. It is Gita's theme. Okay, never mind. I just looked at it. I can't believe I guessed that right first try. Poison Fang? I'm not teaching this thing Poison Fang. I'm sorry. Poison Jab? No. I'm not teaching it any poison moves. This thing's a fairy type. Power Trip, though, is not a TM. Okay, cool. Power Up Punch? No. Psyblade? No. Psychic Fangs? No. Like, literally only Bruxish gets this. Oh, but it's a TM now. Okay. Sure, why not? Whose idea was it to make, psychic things? By the way, Lopunny's moveset is kind of weird. Dude, I recently went to a card shop that was near me, and I picked up 4 Mega Lopunny EX cards, because I'm like collecting cards to make decks in like the physical TCG. And I actually, yesterday, I'm very proud of myself, I managed to make not 1, but 2 fully functional TCG decks, and they're sitting right next to me. One of them is themed around Mega Venusaur, and then the other one is Mega Latios and like Mega Diancie. But it's also got like a Mismagius EX and like some gimmicks to do with that as well. And neither of them are probably any good, because I only own Pokemon cards from like the Mega Evolution series that just came out. Because I previously like gave away all of my old Pokemon cards. Or sold them, you know? So I only have like the brand new stuff, so I don't have very many tools at my disposal to make decks. But I'm very proud of what I came up with. And I haven't gotten the chance to like test them yet, because nobody that I know plays the game. Gotta keep now, so I might write less. That's okay. As long as you're comfy, and as long as we're both having a good time. Nighty night. Night night. I hope you rest well, Yuna, and I hope you enjoyed the stream, and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Psy Shield Bash. Punishment. Punishment was like a weird move. Fireball, Quick Attack. Is Quick Attack a TM? I actually don't know this. It's not. Sick. Say what you will about Hop, he was a good rival. I really like Hop's like character arc, and I felt really bad when I beat him in the tournament. You played the game a few years ago, and you probably still know how to play if you wanna? Well, okay, so that'd be super cool and all, but I don't think it'd work very well if we tried to play, like, the physical TCG together. But we can try. Cause I'm in space, and you're like, you're somewhere else. So that's what cams are for? I guess so, yeah. I'd have to like set up my webcam in a way that isn't like doxing me. You just have to translate your cards. Oh, because you have German cards, don't you? I didn't consider that. That's interesting. That would be fun, though. I have, you'll never guess, I have English cards. So, I can read them, contrary to popular belief. That would be really funny, though. It would be so scuffed, but it would be funny. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Return's already on there. I don't think reversal is going to... Yeah, reversal's more of like a rah, rah, get head petted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what I thought? Okay, okay. This is my train of thought, by the way. How just sporadic it is. We're almost to Twitch affiliate. I just got reminded of that. We're like almost, like I need to do like like 2 more streams of averaging like 3 viewers, and then we're at affiliate and we can do like cool stuff, you know? Reversals only good on tanks, that's true. But yeah, I guess now begins like this stream, or I guess maybe next week, but we can say this stream. But this stream is like our push to affiliate. I'm already no, I'm not already affiliate. I still have to unlock it. I need to like average a certain amount of viewers per stream, which we're almost there. But we need to start pushing for it, and I don't know how to go about doing that. You get channel points? Well, they changed that though, because they changed it. I read they changed it so that you can do that before affiliate. And like I opted into the whole like monetization stuff, so you can like subscribe and stuff, but I don't think it does anything besides you just like get a sub badge. Like I don't think I get anything out of that until I'm affiliate, you know? I could be completely wrong, but that's how I think it works. I gotta set my stuff up fast before I... Yeah, might be a good idea. Dude, I'm so hyped though. I really want to hit affiliate this year. That's like one of my goals, you know? Like I think my goals for this year were 200 followers on Twitch and then affiliate. Like that was or maybe it was 150 followers. I don't remember. You hit affiliate a year ago? Ooh, congratulations. I mean, I'm late to the party, but congrats. I don't know. I just started streaming like late last year, as most of you know, so I am very much a baby when it comes to streaming. Still nothing set up. Yeah. I got all the stuff set up, and I don't think I actually make money when people sub. I think that just completely goes to Twitch. You know what I mean? I have to become popular first, which has not happened yet. And I don't think it ever will, but we can pray, you know? We can dream. Rock climb. I don't think I'm gonna do rock climb, can I be real? Rock smash. Who am I kidding? Of course this guy can learn rock smash. You need a finance helping person to set stuff up because you don't want to break anything. I mean, you kind of just like, don't you just like link it to your bank account and then that's it? I'm pretty sure that's all you have to do, but I could be forgetting something. This can be HM. I love non-standard time signatures. Yippee! Except they made it standard in this remix. You don't really trust yourself with stuff as important as that. That's fair. I don't trust myself with like insurance and stuff because you know what I mean? Like I just have my card, that's it. I give it to people, I let them do the work. Rock blast, rock climb, rock slide, rock smash, rock throw, rock tomb, rock wrecker, rolling kick. What is rolling kick? Hello? What is this? Is this even a... It's from Gen 1. What? Huh. When was this move, like, deleted from existence, do you think? What? You have to fill out tax things when you're not unsure when you have to set up a company thing for yourself to not do tax evasion. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. See, in the US, you just you just do your taxes like once a year. How is this a Gen 7 move, by the way? How is rolling kick in Gen 7? I didn't know about it. This is from the Indigo Disc DLC song, I think, right? Yeah, this is the Indigo Elite Four. Blueberry League. Germany is weird with it, because some people say you have to do it and others say you don't. Well, if both sides are fine, I would take that as they're a little bit lenient with it, but also a little bit strict with it in other places. So maybe, I don't know, I shouldn't be giving advice. Don't listen to me, actually. I also don't know how to work when you move to Australia. Yeah, I can imagine that's gonna be a hassle, but you can do it, I'm sure. You'll figure it out. Sorry, I just took another cough drop. So are we gonna teach any of our Pokemon Rolling Kick, or is that just gonna be Hitmonlee only? Roll out, Sacred Fire, Sacred Sword, Sand Tomb, Scratch. We should teach this thing the TM for Scratch. Just kidding, it doesn't exist. Secret Power, is this a TM? No. Hitmonlee can keep it. I'm honestly thinking of getting rid of Secret Power on this guy and replacing it with, like, maybe Encore? Because Encore, it's like, that's what they do at concerts. They do encores. I think that's what I'm gonna do. How much PowerPoint does Encore have? Yeah, we're at the S's. Encore. Show yourself. 5. Okay, cool. Meaning this guy gets like no attacking moves, but it's fine. Dude, this is the original Sun and Moon champion theme, and it's so much worse than the remakes. Shadow Claw, Seed Bomb. Shadow Claw might be interesting. Sure. Shadow Sneak. Nope. Scooter Smack, Skull Bash, Sky Attack, Slam is not a TM. Slash is also not a TM. Maybe we give Mascoon Slash, honestly. Spark, Spectral Thief, Spike Cannon. Is Spark a TM? I don't actually know. No, it's not. Spirit Shackle. Guys, I can't believe they gave Brout Spirit Shackle. It was such an original idea. Stomp? No, Stomp is more for Pokemon with, like larger mammals, I guess. Stomping Tantrum doesn't really make that much sense. Strength does, though. Strength and Sucker Punch, maybe? Sucker Punch is not a TM, never mind. Strength, okay. Superpower is not a TM. I don't think Super Fang is either, but we can check. Oh, it is. I don't think I'm going to do Super Fang. That seems a little strong. Why is this song so serious and yet so whimsical at the same time? Like, it's got all these dramatic chords, and then it's got this, like, dee 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 drum line. As much as you would love to stick around, you're tired, so you sleep. Good night, Neon. Good night, you and I. Good night, Crimson. Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you could tune in today, and I hope you have a good night, okay? Thief. Alright, we fighting Deoxys now, by the way. Tail slap? Is takedown a TM? It might be. It's genuinely no clue. It is. I'm actually surprised at that. A little bit. Thrash? No. Thunderfang's already there. Twinkle Tackle, U-turn, upper hand, recreate. Vital Throw, Volt Tackle, Wake Up Slap. Wake Up Slap could be interesting. If it was real. But I don't think it is, unfortunately. Zen Headbutt sounds interesting as well. Excuse me. Zen Headbutt. You too? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, tell you what, chat. We got through the physical attacks. I am going to go take a bathroom break. And I will be back in a couple of minutes, okay? And then we can get started on, like, the special attacks and whatnot. But until then, have this epic BRB screen and epic music. Alright? Be right back. Dude, I come back and we're already halfway through the most peak song in Pokemon history. I missed half of it. I'm a little sad about that, but it's okay, because I get to listen to half of it now. I wonder if they remixed this song for Masters. I hope they did. This song is so good. Anyway, we're moving on to special attacks. Alright. I get the feeling that Mascoon's gonna have a pretty balanced spread of physical and special attacks, just because he turns into both. He turns into a physical attacker and a special attacker, so it'd make sense thematically and mechanically. With that being said, though, I don't think we're gonna teach it Acid Spray. Or Air Cutter, or Air Slash, or Apple Acid, or Ancient Powder, or Aura Sphere, or Aurora Beam, or Batty Bad, or Bitter Malice. What is Bitter Malice? Huh. Also lowers... It's Ghost-type Trop Kick, apparently. I've never heard of that move before. Did I do the thing yet? What thing? Also, hi Batman from the comic books. It's an honor for you to be in my chat once again. Happy Pokemon Day. I hope you're doing well. Let's see here. I don't think I want to give this guy Blizzard. He doesn't look like the type of guy from Blizzard. What did I just say? I don't think what I said makes any sense. This song's also very familiar, but I don't know what it is. This is like one of your Rivals themes, right? But I don't remember which one. Because I don't think it's Nimona. No, this is from ZA. This is your Rivals theme from ZA. He does not look like he's from Blizzard, creators of hit games like World of Warcraft and Diablo. Yeah, you're right. Boom Burst could be interesting, but I don't think it's a TM. Yeah, Boom Burst would have to be like an egg move, I think. I'm actually gonna do that right now. Boom Burst. That's gonna be his only good egg move, by the way. Let's see. Bouncy Bubble, Breakneck Blitz, Brine Bubble, Bubble Beam. I don't think he's gonna learn any of this stuff. Maybe Charge Beam? I think Charge Beam. Like, honestly, I can see him learning Charge Beam for some weird reason. I think we're gonna go with Charge Beam. And that's partly because, it's partly because he becomes a fairy type, but also partly because I feel like if you're at a concert, there's gonna be electricity. And Hyper Beam. Yes, don't let me forget about Hyper Beam. How many Mons do I have left? That is a good question. The answer is, depends on what you mean. Like, how many I have left to model / animate, how many I have left to, like, document, how many I have left to, like, you know? I guess I could just answer all of them. In terms of documentation, I currently have 31 Pokemon that are, like, in the game. And this guy is the 10th guy, so we got a little ways to go. And in terms of Mons that I have left to, like, model and design and animate, that is more than I can count. Well over 100. This is a remix of Gen 9 Gym Theme? Of course, we're not going to get through all documenting today. You can count over 100. Well, that's the thing. I don't know exactly how many there are. That's the issue. I say more than I can count because I don't have an exact number. All I know, it's like 150 something. Get ready for the choir, chat. You can count to over 100. Have you? Do you know the? The song that's like 1, nothing wrong with you. 2, nothing wrong with me. 3, what comes after 3? 3, what comes after 3? 3, what comes after 3? That's me right now. I don't actually know the real lyrics to the song, but that's whenever I hear it, that's just what I hear. And it's like a heavy metal bodies. Yeah. We're not teaching this thing chatter. I'm sorry. It's still in the game, but nobody learns it. That's funny. Chilling water? No. Chloroblast? No. Klinger Soul Blaze. I can't forget to give this guy, like, Dazzling Gleam and stuff, because he definitely should learn Dazzling Gleam. I can only count to 4 song. Yeah. It's really nice. Dazzling Gleam. I didn't capitalize. I'm a loser. Is Disarming Voice also a TM? I feel like it is. Yep, okay. Disarming Voice. I can't wait for them to actually add the TMs into Cobblemon, because they made the devlog and stuff, but I don't know if they're gonna wait until like 1.8 to add it, which is kind of sad, because I thought they were gonna add it like a week ago. And I don't think they have yet, unless I just missed an announcement. You know? Which I can look right now, because I have a very short attention span. No, nothing new in their newsletters since then. Oh well. Excuse me. Let's see here. Disarming Voice, we got that. I don't think I'm gonna give it Discharge. Dude, we're fighting Ho-Oh. Everybody get your rock types. Can I do a backflip? No, I cannot, unfortunately. As my name is not I Show Speed, I am not a streamer who can do a backflip. I will probably break my spine before I am able to do a backflip. You know the Tensor mod, the 121 update will be epic? I think I heard you talk about it at some point, but I haven't, like, seen it. I'll let you know right now, Batman, and I know this is not very... I'm pretty... because I'm sure you can do a backflip with you being, like, Batman and everything. Everyone's gotta break a few spines to get ahead in life. That's fair. The only VTuber who does backflips is Fillion. Yeah, I don't know why I said Speed. I'm like... Well, but Speed can do a backflip. He does backflips all the time. And he's kind of based for that. W Speed. But like, Fillion also does backflip. If I ever get full body tracking, I'll learn how to do a backflip for chat. How about that? Yeah. Can you imagine? What's that other guy that I'm thinking of? He's like the like the furry VTuber who does like 3D tracking, and they're like clearly a theater kid. And they get, like, put in a maid costume all the time. Not Doug. I don't remember what their name is, but I see them on Twitter a lot. Python session is too expensive. 75 grand in this economy. Damn. He's too bald to be a furry. No gatekeeping, okay? Anybody can be a furry if they want to. Like, you can't tell if they're bald if they're wearing a fursuit, you know? Rip Northern Lion. I saw some diabolical Northern Lion clip the other day. I don't remember what it was. But he just like he's talking about something stupid and he just looks over, he's like, thank you, like he like thanked some shit. I don't know. You'd have to see it to know it. I can't describe it. Anyway, we're giving this guy Draining Kiss because it's a TM and it's a fairy move. And a rule of fairy types is that every fairy type has to learn every fairy move because there's only like 5 of them. I'll believe it regardless. Is that emoji what I think it is? Okay, no, I thought that second emoji was Vaporeon. I'm like, why are you licking Vaporeon, bro? Boop. We're not teaching this thing Dark Pulse. Looks delicious. Is Confusion a TM? No. Why would Confusion be a TM? I'm confused. I'm the confused one. Dream Eater would be interesting, but it'd have to be like... Actually, I don't think I want to give this guy Dream Eater. I think that would be a mistake. Excuse me. Echoed Voice is probably a TM. It's not. Moving on. Electro Web is for like bug types and electric types, and no. Energy Ball, no. Extra Sensory could be cool. It's not a TM. Fickle Beam, Fiery Dance, Fiery Wrath, Final Gambit, Fire Blast, Fire Pledge, Fire Spin, Flame Burst, Flamethrower, Flash Cannon, Flare Cannon, Focus Blast, Focus Blast? What is the crazy algorithm determining who gets what modes and things? What? What does that mean? Moves? What is the crazy algorithm determining who gets what moves and things? I don't know. A lot of moves, there's like a clear pattern when you look at the Pokemon that can learn it. Like if you've been like looking at the moves, a lot of the moves include Charmander line. A lot of them include Pikachu, Raichu. So many of them include like Sand Slash and whatnot. I think the way they determine it is like based on the features of that Pokemon, right? Because like for example, the TM Brick Break, basically anything with like that has arms that can chop can use Brick Break, you know? Like if they're bipedal and have arms, they can chop. And if they're quadruped, then they most likely can't learn Brick Break because they have nothing to chop with, you know? And like False Swipe, in order to learn False Swipe, you need to have like Scythe hands like Scyther, or some sort of like pronounced claws. So Geodude gets Brick Break, but Snom cannot break breaks. Pretty much. Weight type and model seems to dictate it, yeah. And then there is the absolute wild card that is Grass Knot. I still to this day do not know what determines if you can learn Grass Knot or not. Like, we can actually go to Grass Knot after this. Also, sure, this guy can get Focus Blast, why not? No, it can't. I take it back. It's actually like right down here, I think. Grass Knot. Okay, so here's the guys that learn it through level up, right? Florges, Comfey, Zard. But here's the things that can learn it by Technical Machine. Mind you, this is a move where it snares you with grass, right? So Pikachu can learn it, Clefairy can learn it, grass types. Golduck can learn it, grass types. Slowpoke can learn it. Drowsy can learn it. Voltorb makes sense. Execute makes sense. Chansey, Mewtwo. Attack power based on weight. Yeah, I know. But it's like a grass move though. Also, I just realized I got this mouse recently that I'm using, and it's got peelies on it that I didn't take off yet. So I've just been using this mouse for like a month without taking off the peelies, and now there's just peelies on my desk. Wait, your mouse is Peely? No, close. Peelies. Like when you get a new TV and it's got like the plastic on the screen that you gotta peel off. How does a ball of grass correspond to Poco weight? I don't know. Why does a Zoomeril get Grass Knot? It's a water type. Why does Miss Drevis get Grass Knot? It's a ghost. Why does Metacham get Grass Knot? Why does Metagross and Latios get Grass Knot? Is Grass Knot just grass and a knot? That's what it says. It literally picks grass, makes a ball, and throws it. It just like ties a knot out. It just sprouts it out of the ground. Boop. It's not even a snowball. It sprouts out of the ground and like flicks. Like they get their foot caught in it because it's stuck in the ground. Why does Deoxys get... Well, Deoxys, I guess, kind of checks out, because he does have those, like, ribbon noodle hands that he can tie. What can't do Grass Knot, then? I think, honestly, that would be a more telling list. But I can't find that anywhere, because we got Chingling learning Grass Knot. Like, Chimcho doesn't even have limbs. This... I was deciding whether or not to give this move to my Water-type starter. And I was just, like, in distress, because I'm like, why does Emboar get Grass Knot? But Machamp does, if anything, Machamp would be more dexterous and be able to tie a knot than Emboar. He's got more hands. And Conkeldurr can learn it, so why can't Machamp? Then we got Grass types. Then we got Crocodile? And Scrafty? Zoroark? Why? Okay, E-Electros. Tell me the reasoning behind why E-Electros gets Grass Knot. This TM is upsetting. That's what I'm saying! It's stupid. Did you say Klefki? I said E-Electros. But Klefki probably can learn it. Let's not kid ourselves. Hold on. No, Klefki can't learn it, but Dedenne can. And Hawlucha can learn Grass Knot. And all of the Kalos starters learn Grass Knot. And all of the Genie Pokemon, Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus. How do they learn it? Surely they don't use, like, their tails, right? And then Virizion learns it, but the other two don't? Why not? They got the Genie people that aren't even touching the ground. They might as well include the other two ponies. Can Snom learn Grass Knot? Good question. I would say no, because Snom is one of those special cases. But I wouldn't be surprised if Frosmoth can. Which he cannot. They just stopped giving things Grass Knot in Sword and Shield. They gave it to Grookey and they gave it to Flapple and Appleton. That's it. And then the two event Pokemon. Well, Calyrex and the event Pokemon. Of course, Enamorus. That freaking bird that I hate. Mousehold gets it. Classic. Palafin gets it? Hello? Like, how do I, like, reasonably decide whether or not to give my Pokemon Grass Knot if it's not already a Grass type, you know? If, like, all of the Sinnoh starters get it, Sceptile gets it, right? Meganium gets it, Bulbasaur gets it, but not Blastoise or Charizard, because, oh no, they shouldn't be able to get Grass Knot. Decadooey gets it. Rillaboom gets it, yeah. And then Meowscarada gets it. Weird. Why'd they give it to Infernape and Emboar? What were they on in, like, Gens 4 and 5? If the Mon has eyes, it can get Grass Knot. Well, no, because Raticate's not on this list. And neither is Squirtle. So, like, that doesn't make sense. If it has eyes, it can. Well, then that doesn't make sense either. Because things on both sides have eyes. I opted not to give Taravis Grass Knot because I think the move is evil and it exists only to stress me out. Anyway, we're moving on. We're not talking about Grass Knot anymore. Just a single common factor of Grass Knotting Mons. That's fair, I guess. I mean, we can look for a common factor. Let's see. Stands up, has arms. Standing up, standing up, standing up. Oh, quadruped. They are not all standing up. Let's see. Do they all have tails? No, because Jigglypuff doesn't have a tail. Do they all have ears? Let's see here. I don't think you can count Oddish's stuff as ears, and Bellsprout definitely doesn't. Let's see here. Prefactor Bronzor. Let's see here. Still trying to figure this out. What if they have, like, something... I don't know. What else would there be in common here? It can't be they have arms or legs, because Voltorb gets it. Maybe maybe there's multiple things at play here. Because obviously Grass type is one of them. Like, if they're Grass type, they're probably gonna get it, right? Mewtwo and Mew, because they're exceptions. Mew gets every move. Chansey, I don't know. Maybe it's Grass type, or... Maybe it's either Grass type, or, like, they have some kind of extremity that they can use to trip things. Maybe that's it. We can check that. Bulbasaur's Grass type. Pikachu could trip you with his tail. Clefairy, Clefable have tails. Wigglytuff's got long-ass feet, so maybe. Electrode sus Bronzor. Well, Electrode's a Grass type, because regular Electrode can't, but the Grass type one can. So that at least checks out in Grass type. Because this is the Hisuian Electrode. So he's Grass type. Excuse me. Golduck doesn't make any sense to me. Golduck does not fit anywhere on any of the lists. As for Bronzor... Where is Bronzor? Bronzor, Bronzong. Yeah, you're right. There is no pattern. It's just random. It's just random. I give up. I give up. Anyways. I think I tried to do this last stream and I got just as upset, so... Then, as for Hyper Beam, literally everything can learn Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam is like one of the most common moves. I do not accept that humans created this random pattern. Do you think they flipped a coin for every Pokemon? That would be cool. Hyper Voice, I don't think is a TM. It is. Dude, I never really messed with TMs in Scarvio, so I don't know what all I know is they added they doubled the amount of TMs there are in Scarvio. I don't know what they actually added. Also, banger alert. Ice Beam? Wigglytuff can learn Ice Beam. Lerm? They can learn it. I will do research in return. I'm counting on you, Batman from the comic books. Ice Beam seems like a weird pick, but I'm also kind of for it. Ice Burn, Icy Wind, Incinerate, Inferno, Infestation, Judgment, Leaf Storm, Lava Plume, Leaf Tornado, Magical Leaf, Magma Storm. Magical Leaf kind of makes sense. Just a bunch of random coverage moves. Magma Storm, Make It Rain, Malignant Chain. I love Malignant Chain. It's such a good move. So is Matcha Gotcha, honestly. That's a really nice move as well. Mirror Coat? I don't think he's gonna get Mirror Coat. Yeah, no. Mirror Shot. Didn't they like buff Mirror Shot in at some point? Or am I thinking of Magnet? I think I'm thinking of Magnet Bomb. Mist Ball, Misty Explosion. Would Misty Explosion work? Yeah. Why is Misty Explosion a special move, but all the other explosions are physical? I don't understand. Moonblast, obviously. Wait, I don't think Moonblast is a TM, actually. Yeah, no. Never mind. Mud Bomb is not real. Mud Shot is a TM somehow. If Furret can learn it, then I'll teach it. Furret cannot learn it. Okay, cool. Muddy Water? No. Okay. Mystical Power, Nature's Madness. Also, I should say, let it be known that I looked up what determines how many what determines if a Pokemon can learn Grass Knot, and the Google AI was just like, well, yeah, so in order for that, they need to be able to have some sort of psychic powers. So mostly like psychic and fairy types will learn Grass Knot, and I'm just like just like staring in disbelief. So that was a fun little, like, the smallest rabbit hole of all time. Ominous One. What is this song? I've never heard this song before. Apparently it's N's theme. Okay, never mind. I hear it now. It's definitely N's theme. I don't know how it goes. Don't look at me. Ominous Wind isn't even in... Ah! I hit the save button. You guys didn't see anything, but my file explorer popped up. Octazooka, Ominous Wind, Origin Pulse, Overdrive, no. Pedal Dance, Pika-Pow! Pika-Pow! Fallen Puff, Powder Snow, Power Gem? No. Rector and Rectress don't even have gems in their design, so it doesn't make sense. Psybeam, though, is a TM. Hell yeah, I'll teach him Psybeam. Excuse me. What? Psychic? Yeah, for sure, bro. I honestly think Mascoon is more akin to, like, Jigglypuff than he is... What is Psychic Noise? For 2 turns, the opponent is prevented from recovering HP. I've never heard of this move before. And apparently it's exclusive to TMs. Which checks out. Because I don't know what it is. Psycho Boost is Deoxys attack. Sure, Psyshock. I think it makes sense for a fairy type to learn a lot of psychic moves. And he could serve even as like an early psychic type, because there's not a lot of psychic types like early on in my decks. So you could just use like Rector as your de facto psychic type. I don't think Psywave is real. No, it's not. Round is already in there. Why do I feel like Mascoon should get Round through level up? And he just doesn't. Why doesn't he get Round through level up? He totally should. Like level 20? Boop. And then I just steal it from down here. Copy. Paste. There we go. Maybe I do... There you go. Why does this song go so hard? Like, I don't even like this song that much, and it goes hard. Scorching Sands is learned by fire and ground and rock. Yeah, that's what I thought. We should teach this guy Searing Shot for real. Shadow Ball? Shadow Ball's a TM, right? I suppose he could learn Shadow Ball. Again, this guy's a weird case. So I think weird moves are excusable. Sheer Cold, Shell Sidearm, Shockwave, Signal Beam is not real anymore. I'm so sad they got rid of Signal Beam. Sludge Bomb? I don't think so. No, yeah, no. No poison moves. No Snarl either. Snarl would be sick though. But I don't think I'm going to. Snarl is saved for Pokemon that can actually, like, roar and stuff, and I don't think a raccoon could do that. Excuse me. Steel Beam stored power? Is that a TM? It is. Sure, why not? I don't even think this Pokemon gets boosting moves. Well, not yet, at least. Swift. Sure, why not? Right? That's a TM. Yeah. Can I be honest? People really like Penny's theme. I don't like it that much. Like, I get that it's supposed to be, like, climactic and stuff. And, like, epic because it was written by Giacomo. And like, it's supposed to be awesome and whatnot, but, like, when you actually fight the, like, Penny in the game, it's like, this theme is way too hype for the actual fight. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, Terra Blast, absolutely. Just in case, you know? It also has the freedom motif, I just heard. This song has the freedom motif. I can't believe Gaster gave Penny a Shadow Crystal. Thunder Cage. I don't think I'm gonna give this thing Thunderbolt unless... No, I'm giving it Thunderbolt. What about Thunder? Sure, why not? Alright, time to add more rows. Boop. 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 Because we are not done yet. This guy gets so many TMs because he's a normal type. And he's privileged. Alright, Thunderclap, Tri-Attack, Trump Card, Twin Beam, Twinkle Tackle, Twinkle Tackle, but it's special this time. Volt Switch, Water Gun, Water Pledge, Water Pulse. Sure. Why not? But like, not the Pokemon, why not? All my homies hate why not. The real ones know to always slander why not. A freaking useless Pokemon. Is this like you're fighting Ho-Oh, but it's like funky? Excuse me. Why not is great. Why? They took a gimmick Pokemon whose entire purpose is like it only learns 4 moves and then it just hits back harder. And then they're just like, they made another one, but it's weaker. And it has less HP, and it's just worse in every way. And it's like, wow. Now I have to deal with 2 Pokemon Destiny bonding me, and it's like, really? Could have given a pre-evo to any other Pokemon in the entire game up to that point. I don't think Wooper is bad, I don't think. You know what they asked themselves, and then they did it. They said, we've made this complete Garbo Pokemon, but should we teach it Grass Knot? And then they said no, because they actually, like, followed through with the gimmick. Which I respect. The gimmick's still really annoying, though. And it's funny, because I don't even mind Wobbuffet that much. It's just like, they didn't need to make another one. Anyway, what is this move that I'm looking at? Weather Ball? I don't think you should learn Weather Ball. Alright, that's enough special moves, I think. Alright, on to status. Excuse me. I said status moves. Okay. I think agility is a given. I think, yeah. Because agility is a TM. And given that this thing is a raccoon, I think it should be agile. Boop, 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 boop. I like Team Galactic's themes. They're all pretty good, except for Cyrus. I don't like Cyrus's theme. I like his Ultra Sun and Moon theme better. It was such a departure from the regular themes, and it's like, huh. Like, it's not bad. I just like the Ultra Sun and Moon one better. Assist would be interesting, but I don't think, yeah. Opinions on Mirror B theme? Peak. I mean, it's Mirror B. Like, what other opinion can you have? Although, I will say, this might be a hot take. When it comes to video game, or like, when it comes to Pokemon music that's on like older systems, I always try to find like a remaster or like a version of the song from a newer version of the game, because I prefer to listen to like modern instrumentation and not like the old sound fonts. That might be a scorching hot take, but that's just how I prefer it. So in the case of like the Mirror B theme, when I listen to it, I listen to like a remaster of it, like a fan track that's just like a remaster. I hope that doesn't enrage too many people, because I think that's valid. Alright, good. Phew. Wipes brow nervously. Siva Gunner does solid remasters, so I understand. Yeah. Have you seen, when it comes to remasters, I don't think anybody does it better than Zame on YouTube. I think they're on Spotify as well, but I don't have Spotify, so I listen to songs on YouTube. But if you look up ZAME, I really like their remasters. They're so good. Let's see here. Should Rector get why did I say it like that? Rector Baton Pass seems like a mistake. Wait, this is a TM? I didn't know Baton Pass was a TM. That's wild. Doesn't Blossom get Quiver Dance, or am I crazy? He does! They give... Okay, you know what? Fair enough. The streamer is dying. I feel like this guy would get Baton Pass. For the sole reason that it's the regional normal type, and it should be... It just should kind of have a little bit of everything, but be weak as heck. Belly Drum Bestow is deleted. They blew it up with their minds. Calm Mind, I don't think is gonna be... Well, maybe, no. Captivate is already a TM. Is Charm a TM? I don't think it is. Okay, we'll teach it Charm. Excuse me. Maybe I'll make Baton Pass an Egg Move exclusive. I don't know. No, I won't. Nobody's gonna be using Baton Pass in casual anyway. Hold on. This has been bothering me. I want to move over a little bit, so... There we go. Now I'm not like halfway off screen when I look this way. Okay, there we go. Chilly Reception. This is the move I think this Pokemon would be least likely to learn, given that it's like a rock star. Confuse Ray could be interesting. I don't think so though. Copycat? No. Someone didn't get a VPN IP banned on Poke API. What? 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 This is the small wins I have been told to celebrate. What are you talking about? Poke API. What is... I feel like I've heard of Poke API, but I can't... What is that? I'm gonna assume whatever happens a good thing, because you said it was a small win. So, good job, good for you. Clap, applaud. But like, what is that? Let's see. Encore is a TM. I think I will teach this thing Encore. Free Pokemon Info API? Oh. I'm afraid to open this on stream because it might... Hold on. Poke API resource for data. Oh. I see. This is kind of sick. Basically, you can send messages to the website and get JSONs of Pokemon info. That's actually so cool. I wonder if this is how Cobblemon got their stuff. That's actually super interesting. I might honestly use that at some point or another. Excuse me. Whoa. Pokemon Masters Remix alert. I was never able to play Pokemon Masters because, my phone doesn't support the engine that it runs on or whatever. Like, I don't know if it's iOS exclusive or what, but I'm not able to download it on my phone. It has a lot of info. Yeah, I could see that. Entrainment seems interesting. I'll give it an egg move entrainment. Sure, why not? Boop. We can do entrainment. And we can also do, like... That was violent. I don't know. I don't know what we'll put in here. We'll figure something out. Like, we might just give it these two moves and that's it. Who knows? Excuse me. Fairy Lock. Fairy Lock is interesting. But it's Clef Key. And... I don't know what egg move, or egg group Clef Key is in. Mineral? Yeah, no. Why is Clef Key in wouldn't... I don't know. I don't know how egg groups work. I just know that they exist and they're like what determine things, you know? Fake Tears could be interesting. I think Fake Tears is gonna be great for a TM. Fake Tears. Well, we're in science. We're in the computer. Is this like Avery's theme in Masters? I think it literally is. I recognize the melody. Which, by the way, Avery has a W theme. I don't care what people say. I like Avery's theme. I like Clara's theme more, but Avery is still cool. And his overworld theme slaps. Happy Hour. Who even gets Happy Hour? Zoroark. Okay. You would think like Meowth or like some other Pokemon related to money would get it, but I guess not. Healing Wish, Heart Swap, Helping Hand. They already have Helping Hand. Hone Claws? They made Hone Claws not a TM anymore? I'm giving this thing Hone Claws as an egg move. I don't care. Hone Claws was TM1 for like so long. I'm actually kind of sad about that. Imprison? No. Excuse me. Who learns Light Screen and Reflect? Through TM. All y'all. Any, like, normal types learn it? Stantler. Well, Stantler's kind of weird, though. Oh, excuse me. I think I'll hold off on Light Screen Reflect. Let's see. Lucky Chant is not real. Magic Coat. I'm not gonna give him any of the magic stuff because that's like psychic types. Me First is gone. Mimic. Minimize. I think they got rid of Minimize too. Or like yeah, whatever. It's not a TM is what I meant. Misty Terrain. Absolutely, are you kidding me? Dude, remember when they gave that one guy from Let's Go Blues champion theme and everybody got mad? That was funny. I had a lot of fun with Let's Go. I beat it using only flying types. So that was fun. Moonlight. I don't think I should give this thing Moonlight. Yeah, no. Morning Sun, Mudsport, Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot, maybe. How about this? I think Raktor will get Nasty Plot, and Raktress will get Fake Tears. I think that's how it's gonna work. I feel like that makes the most sense in my head. Nature Power, Nightmare, No Retreat, No Aurora, Obstruct, Doctor Lock, Odor Sleeper, Pain Slit, Parting Shot, Perish Shug, Play Ice, Poison Gas, Poison Powder, Protect. Not Psychic Terrain, I don't think. Yeah, no. Wouldn't benefit from that at all. What song is this? I don't know this song. This is Blue. Still. Oh, it's from Masters. Okay. No wonder I don't know it. Roleplay? Is this a TM? Nope. I gave it roleplay as a TM. Suddenly major key. Oh, we're back to minor key. Okay. I don't want to give it any more egg moves. These are enough. Skill swap, simple beam. They kept simple beam, right? Yeah, they did. Speed swap? No. Spotlight. What even is Spotlight? Hello? What is this? Oh, it's like follow me, but you get to pick who gets it. Okay, that's cool actually. Let's see here. Stealth Rock, Stockpile, Strength Sap, String Spot. String Spot? Maybe instead of roleplay, I give it Sweet Kiss via via egg move. I think that's funnier. Because if I got entrainment and roleplay, that's kind of really utility useful, really utility. Like you can do a lot of things with that, you know? You can kind of give anything any ability if you have both of those moves. And I don't know if I want to give a raccoon that amount of power. Torment, Toxic Spikes, Trick. Trick Room. What can learn by Trick turn? What? Wish. Sure. Okay, why not? Die! I'll teach you Wish. Wait, no, that's not a TM. Heck. Whatever. We can remove all these rows. Boop! And I'll add one more of these. And I'll say, okay, Wish. There we go. Alright. Now, all we have left to do is we just do all of the typings and the whatever else is, you know? Boop. Whew. Stop yawning, please, I beg. This is just dig right here, so that's fine. That's also double edge. Ice Fang can be that. Fling is dark. I guess I should go through and do all the dark type ones. Fling, Knockoff, Thief is dark. Anything else? I don't think so. Oh, fake tears. And people. Okay. I should also fix these. I think this will be easier to do first, because then it'll let me organize stuff in my head easier. There we go. And then from here, we just kind of do this. And then we just have the status moves to go. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, not sorry. Body slam, helping hand, cut is normal. Double edge is normal, endeavor, gig impact, metal claw is not. Hyper voice. Swift, Terra Blast, Baton Pass, Encore. Okay. Gosh. I'm dying over here, chat. I don't know what's happening. Ice Beam. Because I gave this thing Ice Beam because I am very smart. Rock Smash is fighting. I need electric. Who learns electric moves? Turovis learns electric moves. I like that. And then we gotta do Thunder, Charge Beam. Thunder, Thunderbolt. Water Pulse is water, which is cool. I think we should pull out the fairy moves. Which I can just do from up here. Boop. For example, Play Rough. And Dazzling Gleam and Disarming Voice and Draining Kiss. And Misty Explosion. And I think Play Rough's in here somewhere, right? Yeah, I already got that. And Charm and Misty Terrain. And then I think we just need Psychic and like Steel. Boop. Okay. And Fire. Can't forget about Fire. Zen Headbutt is Psychic. Psychic, Psychic, Psychic. Psychic. Excuse me. We need Ghost as well. Which I don't think we have Ghost. I'll take Fire for Fire Fang. And then I need like Hard Press or like Heavy Slam. Let's see. Metal Claw, like that. And then I need Ghost. Boop. Copy that. Put it here. Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball as well. Oh, I need Grass too. Boop. This song is so familiar. Water Pulse, agility is psychic. Boop, I got. This is like Sans if it was Pokemon. This is the game corner. No wonder it's familiar. It's the gambling area. Chat, don't gamble. It's bad for you. But do buy Pokemon cards. They're cool and you can play the game and it's fun. The card game's fun. I think I know this song like specifically from playing like Pokemon Reborn. Body Slam. I need to steal this from somewhere else. We'll steal it from Barbekian because I'm sure he has Body Slam. Yep. Boop. Crunch is 80 power. That's 10. 80. I should have done this when we were doing everything. It would have been so much easier. Crunch 80, 15. Yep. Cut. 30, 50, 95. And we got Dig, that's already done. So is Double Edge. 15, 120, 100. Yep. Endeavor. 5, 100. And nothing. Firefang is 65, 95, I believe. Firefang, where are you? 65, 95, 15. Okay, yeah. It's probably the same for the other two, but I don't want to check right now. Fling. Fling. Fling is 10, 100. Boop. Kick It Impact is 150, 90. So is Hyper Beam. 90, 5, 150. Knockoff is 60 power, I think, right? Because it doubles and becomes 120. Oh, it's 65. Okay. Doubles and becomes 130. Oh, whoa. Where'd it go? 100, 65, 20. Okay. Metal Claws, like 50 power. 50, 100, and I'm gonna guess 20. Metal Claw. No, it's of course, it's hold on. It's 50, 95, 35. Chat, I just got dizzy when I looked down at my keyboard. Is that a bad thing? This is 90, 90, 10. I know that. I don't even have to look at that. Look. Where's Play Rough? I'm gonna prove it. Play Rough is right here. 90, 90, 10. Let's go. What's next? Psychic Fangs. 85, 110. Dang, Psychic Fangs is really strong. Like, way stronger than I thought it would be. 40, 100. How much does Power Punch? Power Punch? Rock Smash. 15. Shadow Claw is like 70 power, 100 accuracy. And like 15 power points. Wow. I'm such a genius. 80, 100, and I'm gonna say 10 for strength. I can honestly just copy paste though. Strength. It has 15. Well, isn't this something? And then I can also take Thief from Barbekion as well. Thief. Whoop. Copy. Boop. Takedown is 90, 85, 10. Yep. Zen Headbutt's 80, 100? No, 80, 90, I think, for Zen Headbutt, right? 80, 90, 15, yeah. Dude, Steven. Charge Beam, I think, is 65. Charge Beam. Wait, I'm an idiot. 50, 90, 10. It's a crime that Charge Beam doesn't have 100 accuracy. Can I be real? Dazzling Gleam's like 90, 110. Dazzling Gleam. No, it's 80. I'm dumb. It was right the first time. Disarming Voice is 40. Nothing. And then... what happened here, chat? There we go. I don't know what happened there. I didn't do that. I promise. Boop. Disarming Voice. There we go. Draining Kiss is like... I actually don't... I can never remember how much... what Draining Kiss's like specs are. Draining Kiss is 50, 10, 100. I always think Draining Kiss is like way stronger than it is because it feels way stronger than it is. Hyper Beam is 150, 90, and then 5. Hyper Voice, I already did. I can just steal it. Boop. Ice Beam has like 90 power. I can steal from Tarobus. Magical Leaf, I can steal from Furley. Dude, I'm dying today. I don't know what's happening. My cough got worse. Okay, what I don't know is Misty Explosion, because that's like a weird move. Only 100 power? Oh, boost on Misty's range. Okay, that makes sense. 100, 105. Is this still Steven's theme? It goes kind of crazy. Psybeam is like that. I'm going to preemptively I'm going to preemptively highlight all of this. We love the Gen 5 Legendary theme, am I right, chat? And it's copious use of the Vine Boom. The orchestra hit. Why did I say Vine Boom? Am I that far gone? 90, 10, 100 for Psychic. Boop. And then Psychic Noise is 75, 10, 100. Boop. Psy Shock, I think, is 80. Yeah. Be honest, chat. When you hear this song, do you think of the genies or the ponies or the or Victini? Because I always think of the ponies because I played Black and White 2 first. Like I played the second one before the first one. Shadow Ball, I think, might just be correct already. Where's Shadow Ball? Am I blind? Yes, I am. Shadow Ball is just right already. Stored power, I think, is base 20? Yes. 20, and then 10. Swift has 60, and it never misses. Uh, 20. Yep, okay. Terra Blast, I'm just gonna steal, because I can't be bothered to remember what it is. Why does Barbekion not have Terra Blast? Am I dumb? I think everything should get Terra Blast. Boop. Boop. And boop. And boop. Does Bublam not have Terra Blast either? Am I that forgetful? No, Bublam does have Terra. What the heck? Why did the fire starter just not have Terra Blast? A random thing to just miss out on. There we go. Thunder, I think, is 110 and like 70 accuracy. We'll guess. Wow, I was right. Okay. I was not expecting to be right on that one. Thunderbolt will be 90, 110, I think. No, 15. Ooh, this is a good song. I need Water Pulse from you. I love the Gen 6, Elite Four theme. It's so good. Take this. Agility, like that. All of these should have no power. Misty Terrain probably only has 5 uses. We'll do this from the bottom up, I think. Misty Terrain, where are you? 10, okay. That works. Nasty Plot and Fake Tears. Nasty Plot has 20. And Fake Tears has 20. Okay, they both 20. Guys, 2020. Excuse me. An Encore and Charm I can steal from up here. Boop. And then Charm. Boop. And then Baton Pass. What does Baton Pass have? 40. Wow. It's a lot more than I would have thought. Okay. So now we unbold all the ones that aren't stab. Might take a hot second. And we do bold all the ones that are stab, aka the normal moves. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh yeah, and then they remixed the song and made it good for Pokemon Masters. That's cool. Endeavor, I don't think counts as stab. Round does though. So does Frustration and Return. And Facade. Hidden Power does not. And then Boom Burst is. The rest are not. Boop, boop, boop. And boop. And boop. Okay. Bone Claws. Might as well do these while we're here, right? Entrainment, Hone Claws. Entrainment is 15. I don't think it has accuracy, right? No, it does. 100. Hone Claws does not have accuracy. This is the version of Cyrus's theme that is good. Fake Tears has 20. Wait, we already did that. Where's Hone Claws? Hello? 15. Sweet Kiss has like 60 accuracy. Something like that. 75. With 75 with what? 10. Okay, that's fine. And then Wish has 10 as well. Okay. Cool. And then Boom Burst is not a physical move, so we need to fix that. Boom Burst 140, 100. Wow. There we go. And then boop, 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 boop. And special. There we go. Moves are all done for Mascoon. Excuse me. That's pretty dang good if I say so myself. Can we scroll up, please? And I think these are about the same. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Let's see here. I don't think I need to change any. Oh yeah, abilities. So this guy gets 3 abilities. Boop. He gets Illuminate and Co-Star, and hidden ability is Adaptability. Time to find those. We need Illuminate. Illuminate. Boop. And then we just fix all this. Set the font to Arial and fix the text. Okay. Then we need Co-Star. It's right here. Whoop. Why illuminating? Illuminating. They spelled illuminating wrong on the website. That's crazy. Is this like Terrapagos' theme? It sounds like it would be Terrapagos' theme. I never played that DLC, so I wouldn't know. It's definitely Terrapagos' theme. Adaptability. Wow, it's the first one. Boop. And then we do the same thing again. What font is this? Verdana. Lame. Alright. Excuse me. Poke API is down. This is the worst time. Did it, like, just go down? That's insane. These small losers I've been told to give up all hope on. No! You must continue to hope. Never give up. What the bad things that happened today are just a reason for tomorrow to be a better day. Always look upward. Always look at the silver lining. It'll be back. There's always room to make a comeback. You know? I can only hope to have as much optimism as half of what you just said. It's not that hard. You just have to until Poke API goes down again. Well, if it's a regular thing, then it would be to be expected, and we can trust that it'll go back up at some point, you know? Because the way you're saying it, I would imagine this isn't the first time it went down. So it's probably just going under, like, maintenance, or there's a lot of traffic. I haven't touched it before, so I can only assume it's a permanent thing. Well, that's called being pessimistic, and we don't do that here. We always trust the process. You're Batman. That's fair, you are Batman. Of course you're pessimist. I guess, yeah, you know, I guess you specifically get an exception. You get to be pessimistic. But anybody else, we're optimists here. We get to believe in ourselves. We get to believe in our abilities. We get to believe in other people. Dude, you said that like I brought up a valid point. I mean, you're not wrong. In this stream, we validate each other. Everyone is valid here. I'm Batman, true. I mean, you are literally Batman from the comic books. I mean, who am I to, like, deny that? You know? Anyway, we're gonna duplicate this page now. And we're gonna say Ractor. And this won't take nearly as long as the other ones because we already have all the moves and everything. 100% male, 0% female. It'll be a normal and fairy type, which we can go back to the attack dex for that. Whoop. 0.5. We can do one space between those. Capture rate can go down to 190. 2 foot. 9. I'm like 44 pounds. Excuse me. Now I convert these in my head. Definitely. I'm going to convert these formulas in my head. So this is gonna be 20 kilograms. And then 24 33 inches to meters. 0.8 meters. Those formulas. Yeah, I got the formulas in my head. And then I believe Raptor's abilities change when they evolve. Species, custom. I think their hidden abilities become defiant and competitive, respectively. Now, what? Huh. We get inner focus. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. I'm not gonna question it. I wrote it, so where's my ability dex? There we go. Inner focus. Boop. Boop. And we just gotta set the stuff again. Boop. There we go. Okay. And then all we gotta do is update the moveset. And then charm at level 18. And then I'm going to add round here in the code because it was not there previously. Takedown, and then this can be encore. Play rough at 30. Play rough at 30. And then captivate at 36. And then double edge at 40 and hyper voice at 45. Double edge. I don't know why I thought there was a gym leader theme playing right now. This is Team Rocket's theme. I need to fix your catch rate. Your catch rate should be 190 in the code. Why is this so, like, angelic? This is like Giovanni's theme. Well, I guess that checks out, actually. Is Endure like that in this doc? Yes, how does this even happen? Boop. Anything else horribly messed up that I should know about? No? Okay, cool. I also need to rename this to... Boop, 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 boop. Dude, I love when I'm battling Tawny / Urbane in Pokemon Legends ZA. It is my favorite thing to do. It is my favorite activity. 95, 70, 80, 70, 100 speed. Wow. For a total of, what is that? 465. That's pretty dang good. Hi Jackson, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Pokemon Day. Oop, 465. There we go. And then you're doing good. That's good to hear. I need to add this to my personal dictionary. There we go. Boop, boop. And then I need to add the new image, which I can just steal from here. Boop. And then I need the shiny form, which is this. I can just do that. Boop. Whoop, there we go. We can do 3.3, I think. That seems about right. Yeah. Excuse me. This Pokemon is the what Pokemon? What's its classification? The performing Pokemon. And then I need its Dex entry next. Boop. Boop. Like that. And then... the other thing... Add to personal dictionary. There we go. What else do we need? Does anybody remember? Hold on. There we go. Now it's more in the middle of the page. I don't think I need to do anything else, do I? At least not until I make the other guy. Boop. Number 012, Rectress. Boop. And add to personal dictionary. Hello? Oh my lord. I love how today, for some reason, it just won't let me select anything in this. Raktress is the Diva Pokemon, because you know. And I believe it also has different abilities. I know this theme. This is Nemona's theme. Where's Raktress? Raktress gets also inner focus. Okay, I guess not. I could have sworn they were different, but might have just changed them and not remembered. But then instead of Play Rough, Raktress gets Dazzling Gleam. And then I should also bold Fairy moves because they are now Stab. Oop. Let's see here. Boop. 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 Misty Explosion. Charm doesn't count. Misty Terrain doesn't count. Okay. Then I need to do that for Raktor as well. Play Rough, and then Dazzling Gleam, Draining Voice, and Disarming Kiss. Yes, of course. You heard me correctly. Okay. Then I just get rid of these. All that can stay the same. Dex entries. Boop. Like that. Copy and paste like that. And then all that's left, I think, is to add these in. There is too many. There's too much space up at the top here. Whoop. I guess the 2 spaces down there works. Because that's how it always is, right? Yes, okay. Doo-boo-doo-boo. The new Pokemon are so cute, I swear if they miss on the Evos, I'll cry. Dude, the new starters are kind of awesome. It took me a minute to... It took them a while for them to grow on me, but I really like them. Also, hi Porygon, how are you? How are you? Boo, 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 boo. Alright, that should be everything. Now I just need to get rid of the moves that it won't be able to learn. So... Rectress is not going to learn Nasty Plot, and Rector is not going to learn Fake Tears. Boop, I did do that right? Fake Tears, Nasty Plot. Okay. And then Mascoon won't be able to learn either. Delete. Delete. And then Mascoon also will not be able to learn... where is it? Giga Impact. Or Hyper Beam. And then protects at the 2 frustration. All the other stuff should be fine. Then all that's left to do is to change around Raktress's stats, which I don't think that should be 96. I think it should be 95. Yeah. I messed that up. 80, 95, and then down here should be 95, not 96. Okay. Okay. Did they change their special defense around too? No, it's both 70. Okay. Alright, I think that's everything. I think we're done here. I think. Unless it lets me do this. Sort table. Descending. Ascending. No. I don't know why it just suddenly won't let me sort the tables. I don't get that. Sort table by ascending? Nope. Okay. I guess it just won't let me sort the tables. It let me sort the tables for these guys. It let me put them in alphabetical order, but it won't let me put them in alphabetical order for anything past it. Anyway, though. Neo, I need info. What do you need info? How do stats work? Alright, so. Basically. Pokemon have base stats, right? In fact, everybody knows about, right? Maybe not everyone, but most people know about. And the way they're distributed is actually pretty open-ended. I actually happen to know a lot about base stats because I've had to make a lot of stat spreads, and like everybody on this on my team that like makes these Fakeamon like has done stat spreads. Well, most of them have. Basically, what we do is we kind of just take the averages, right? So, in the actual Pokemon games, Pokemon have like an average BST, or base stat total. We call this total right here, this is BST, so get that in your brain. We call that a BST, right? On average, if a Pokemon is like the first in an evolution line, it'll have an average of around 300 BST, right? Then for a middle evolution, it'll have an average of around 400. And a final evolution will have an average of around 500, right? How you distribute those stats is completely up to you. And, generally speaking, 100 in one stat is, like, considered good, you know? Like, if you have 100 speed, that's, like, a good speed stat, you know? Not great, not amazing, but just like good. Because, for example, you got like your super fast Pokemon, like your Mega Z evolutions that have 150 speed. That's like super fast. 100 is like basic. And, how are stats determined if you catch a Pidgey and then a Pidgey 2? How are their stats, like, they will both have the same base stats? That is where individual values, or IVs, come in. So every Pokemon, when you catch it, or when it is generated in the code, when the Pokemon stats are generated, it is generated with IVs, which are a random number from 0 to 31, and it generates one IV for each stat. So one for HP, one for attack, one for defense, one for special attack, one for special defense, one for speed, right? In more modern Pokemon games, you can view these IVs by looking at the judge option in your PC. And these stats basically determine how much those respective stats will grow. 0 being the lowest, and 31 being like, oh, this is a perfect stat. That's where the term perfect stat comes from, is if it has a 31 IV, you know? And the way competitive Pokemon is made is they used to breed for IVs, because you can breed for like IVs are like inherited through eggs in Pokemon. But then in more recent games, you can just like use bottle caps to max out your IVs, which you didn't used to be able to do that. But that's what makes Pokemon stats vary from Pokemon to Pokemon. I hope that wasn't too complicated. But does that make sense? Because that's basically how it works. And then you've got EVs, which are a whole separate thing. EVs are basically effort values, right? So if we scroll up, every Pokemon, when you defeat it, it will give you any number from like 1 to 3 EVs in a specific stat, right? And the way EVs work is for every 4 EVs you have in a stat, that stat will go up by 1. You know? So if I have 4 EVs in my attack stat, it'll give me +1 attack in my attack stat, you know? And our base stat's the same from Gen 1 to Gen N, newest, I don't know. I'll get to that in a second. But basically, you can have a maximum of 255 EVs in a single stat, for a total of 510 EVs total. Once you have a total of once you have gained a total of 510 EVs, you just stop earning them, right? And EVs can be earned by defeating Pokemon, or like using the wings, like Clever Wing, Tough Wing, whatever, or like stuff like proteins and irons and zincs. All those give you EVs. And then you can also increase the amount of EVs you get by using like the Power Bracer, the Power Anklet, stuff like that. As for base stats, no, they do vary from gen to gen. Some Pokemon get buffed, some get nerfed. Remember when Aegislash was introduced in Gen 6, and he was like super strong? They actually nerfed his base stats in Gen 7 because he was, Gen 8, I think. Either Gen 7 or 8, they nerfed Aegislash because he was too strong. And is there some sort of Pokemon by Pokemon basis for what Mon gives what EV? That is a good question. The answer to that is, it's usually whatever stat is the highest. And if it's tied like this, I usually, I think I should honestly change Masculine to Speed, because in his evolution, they have the highest speed stat out of any of their stats, you know? And then as for if they should give multiple of an EV, I mean, like, Pidgey gets attack from Weedle, and Weedle gets X from Y. The EV that you get for killing a Pokemon depends on what Pokemon you kill. For example, like, a Magnemite will always, if you kill a Magnemite, it'll always give you, like, a defense, right? Every Magnemite gives you, like, a defense, and then every Machop gives you an attack EV, and then every Weedle will give you, like, I don't know, an attack EV, you know? It doesn't matter if they actually have EVs. It's completely dependent on the killed mine. Yes. That is correct. Also, this is what I mean when I say I know everything about Pokemon. It's not healthy. Like, I know, like, when people ask me how much I know about Pokemon, I say, I know everything about Pokemon. I'm not joking when I say that. I'm lying a little bit, because I don't know, like, the specific stats on every single move in the game. But we're working on that, you know? That's why we're doing this. I'm gonna figure out why something gets Grass Knot. See, that's my next step. I need to figure out what the heck the criteria is for Grass Knot. But I think I'm gonna do that at some other time, because I'm basically ready to wrap up stream for today. With that being said, though... Whoop! With that being said... I want to thank everybody who tuned in today. Whether you were here earlier, or you're here now, or you chatted, or you lurked, it doesn't matter. I still appreciate you nonetheless. And if you enjoyed what you watched, and you're on YouTube, consider liking and subscribing. And if you're on Twitch, consider following, because we are almost at affiliate. We are like getting really close to affiliate, and I want to start pushing for it, you know? So I would super appreciate it if we could, if you could, you know. And then also, if you want to get notified when I go live, or you want to see me shitpost, follow me on Twitter, because I do both of those things there. And then, yeah. There's also the short series on YouTube. Also, I'm making pretty good progress on my YouTube project. I'm like slow but steady getting that done. It should, my YouTube Cobblemon tutorial series should be out within the next couple weeks. I don't know I can't say an exact date, but like 2 to 3 weeks, I would say, is when you can expect that to be out. Is there any other esoteric information that may be pertinent to question? You know, I'm glad you asked, because now I'm thinking. Oh, here's some esoteric information. So, did you know, in Gen 1, IVs and EVs didn't actually exist, and I think they didn't actually exist until, like, Gen 3, if I remember correctly. It used to just be something called DVs, which I don't actually know what actually know what it stands for, but they work kind of similar to IVs. And they actually determine a lot more things about the Pokemon than just their stats. Like, DVs would also determine if a Pokemon was, like, shiny or not. And that's why in Gen 2, shinies, you can, like, breed shinies, and, like, shininess is, like, hereditary with the daycare. Because it would breed the stats down, or it would breed the DVs down, and it would increase the chance of the hatched Pokemon being shiny. Diversity value? Oh, okay, I will keep that in mind, because I didn't actually know that. And that's the way. Oh wait, do you not know? I don't know what DV stands for. I thought it was like default value or something. I don't know, but that doesn't make sense either. And that's how people actually shiny hunt in Red and Blue. Is they'll go and they'll catch Pokemon, and they can tell if it's shiny based on their stats. So they have like a list of stats that they pull up from like a third-party website that are like, if this Pokemon matches these exact stats, then it is shiny. And you catch it, and then if it has the stats, then you can transfer it to a later game, and then it'll be shiny. You know? And if you look up like Gen 1 shiny hunts, that's what they do. They just catch the Pokemon and then look at its stats, and if the stats don't match determinate values, yeah, I believe that. Never trust AI, it's bad. I agree. AI told me that Grass Knot is learned by primarily psychic types. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off for now. I hope you guys have a good weekend. And any other grass knot clues? No, I don't. I really don't. I have 0 leads. Good luck. Thank you. I'm gonna need it. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Look for the new schedule. That'll be uploaded on Sunday. And I will see you guys next week. I will be live, same schedule as usual, okay? But until then, bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.